What's up, guys? Let's lace some up boxing slash MMA news. On the phone, we got here again the OG admin Julius Henderson. We was touching up on the boxing recap that happened last Saturday. Jermell Charlo versus Charles Hatley. Julius Henderson, what do you think about Jermell Charlo performance and where should he go from here?
Oh man, Charlo looked outstanding on Saturday. He came out there, really worked out his jab. I think that's one of the from both brothers, Charlo's brothers, their best weapons is that jab. I think Charlo looked great. Hatley fought a kind of a dumb game plan in my opinion. He stood in front of Charlo, and Charlo was just too big on 54 to try to stand there and trade with him. Um, man, Charlo just looked great, man. Landing the combinations at will and the right hand at will. Um, I did predict between 8 and 10 round KO, so I wasn't surprised with the knockout. It was just more when it's going to happen. I did expect Hatley to box a little bit more, like use his feet more, try to stay at range, but he tried to stand and bang with Charlo, and Charlo did his thing, looked great. After the fight, Charlo said he's the champion. So if he has to fight as mandatory, he'll do that next, which I think is Erickson Lubin, or he would like to do a unification fight with Hurd, which is a unification fight in any division is always great, and I think should always happen because I'm a believer in one champion should try to get all the straps because I feel like I hate having a four belts. We got four major belts and we got a whole bunch of little belts always floating around. So I always believe if a champion could collect all four major world titles, then that should be their main goal. Get all the titles and be the number one champion at the division. Right now it's Hurd, Canelo, Lara, and Charlo. So Charlo and Hurd will be two great
Hold on,
young guys
can you
going
name
at it.
your top 4 or 5 again, please?
The four champions at 154 is Canelo, which I think he's gonna vacate soon.
Yeah.
Lara, Charlo, and Hurd. So those are four major belt holders. Canelo's not really in the picture because he already said he's done at 154, just kind of holding on to that belt. Those are four major champions, and Charlo said he would like Hurd, which I think is a great fight. For the winner gets 2 belts, go on and maybe fight Lara. Then we got that the WBO belt, which Canelo's going to vacate, will be up in the air. And then, or if Charlo wants to go out to his next mandatory, which is Lubin, I think that just comes down to the WBC mandate and not making that happen. I think Lubin gets smoked. I think Lubin gets knocked out within 8 rounds. I think he gets knocked out. People pushing Lubin a little too fast right now. At 21?
21.
Yeah, it's 21. And it's not even about his age. See, it's not even about the age, man. It's not even about the age. It's about the competition. He hasn't fought enough. He hasn't even fought any journeymen. He hasn't fought anybody yet, basically. He hasn't fought these type of guys yet to just go jump in there with Charlo. You see what I'm saying? Charlo's fighting, top guys in the division, and I don't think Lubin's ready. So if they can make that fight happen, hey, I think it'll be interesting in the first 2 rounds. Lubin got good skills. I don't think he's ready for that, and I think the pressure will break under pressure. I think the power will catch up to him, and I think he'll get TKO'd or knocked out. KO, TKO, one of those. I don't see that going that farther. I do think Hurd and Charlo is a more competitive fight. Hurd's another big guy at 154, long, rangy arms, and that'll be a good fight for them. And Hatley, I don't know what Hatley does next. Regroup and he was on a over 2-year layoff before this fight, but Charlo was also on like a year or over a year layoff too. So no excuses. Great fight. Charlo did his thing. I gave him a A for that fight. A performance. Looked great.
All right, yeah, and I think that Jermell Charlo did real good as well. I think he actually added some new things in his arsenal with finally training with Derek D. James and getting away from Ronnie Shields. He said that he could definitely see a difference in between in between both trainers. He said that he was actually he could connect more with Derek D. James as well. Uh, I feel like I seen something different from Jermell Charlo. When he was fighting John Jackson, you could say John Jackson was better than Charles Hatley, but when he was fighting John Jackson, it's like he was trying to go for more of the KO kill. He wasn't really trying to use his jab to actually get to John Jackson. Probably just saying, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna shoot my right hand, and I'm gonna make sure I try to knock him out." Well, in this fight, I saw that he used his jab. He looked really big. You know, he's a big super what's-weight. But I saw when he used his jab, he actually he added in the left hook to his arsenal as well, the left hook to the body. And I just think that Hatley was no match for him. Hatley, he's a good boxer. He could box, but one thing that he always had that trouble his career was a weak chin. We seen it when he got knocked out early in his career. We seen it when he was down before he fought Jermell Charlo, and we seen it in this fight. Now, I wouldn't say if he had a strong chin, did he beat Charlo? No, I still think that Charlo would have been the better fighter. But in this fight, uh, some people probably say it was probably a mismatch. It was a good fight, you know, but I just think that Jermell Charlo could have a better fight where I want to see him tested a little bit more. People were saying that why is he calling out Jared Hurd, somebody who just won his belt? Why don't he call out Demetrius Andre, even though he don't even have a belt? That's still a name. Why not call out Lara? Why not call out even Canelo, even though Canelo's moved up to 160? So people making him seem like, oh yeah, he's he a fake champion because he want to pick on somebody basically the weakest fighter at 154. That's what they labeling Jared Hurd as. I wouldn't say Jared Hurd is the weakest fighter at 154, but when you compare him to Demetrius Andre, Arislandi Lara, Jermell Charlo, and Canelo, he's definitely last when it comes to champions.
Yeah, you just named two guys who are stronger at 154, Canelo and the other Charlo.
But they haven't
But yeah,
officially
I mean,
fought at 160 yet. They said they are, but they haven't officially fought.
he's fighting at 55, which is technically 160. He's about to fight at 164. You know what I mean? So he's done at 154. Like we all know that. He finally admitted it. His next fight will be at 160. So he's not a 154 champion. He just holds that belt. That belt. Let's be real. If that was anybody else that was holding that WBO strap, you know what I mean? That strap would have been six. He wouldn't be able just to be able to hold it around. So, yeah, I mean, you could say between Lara, Charlo, Hurd, you know, those are the three champions right now. Who's the weakest link? I mean, it comes down to between Hurd and Charlo. You know what I mean? You got to say Lara's number one. And I mean, that's why they got to fight. That's why they're fighting, so we can find out. Because it's all speculation at this point. Who's better, who's not. Got
No,
two young lions right now.
not meaning to interrupt you, but you know this. I believe the World Series boxing tournament is supposed to start in September. It'll be a prize of $50 million, and it'll be two divisions. What two divisions would you like to see put in that tournament?
147 off the top of my head. 147 to the stacked little division. And man, that's tough. You want to pick two divisions. You can mix and match 160 and 168, like throw those mixing together. If most of the guys at 160 can fight at 168, so I guess 168 you put Triple G, Ramirez, and Dane Jacobs. You know them guys. That's pretty stacked up right there. Some good fights. So I say 147 and 168 if they bring the guys from 160 and 168 mix match. Those some good fights. Those two. There's no other division. Maybe 135. We got Loma if Lomachenko moves up. But yeah,
If I
147.
were, it, but if I were to pick, it'll probably be 126 because you got Valdez, you got Leo Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton, Rigondeaux probably move up for that fight. You got Selby. You got Abner Perez. He probably would. I mean, And one thing I like about it though is it's
I
kind of
agree.
like
One twenty
Super
six. Yeah,
Six tournament because
26.
$50 million is going to talk to you. Now, I do think a lot of people will move up for $50 million. One thing about it though is I don't care how you are. I bet you some 147 fighters will probably move up if it was at 154. If that money don't talk to you, if it does, and you know that, hey, if I win this money, I'm set for life. I can retire. Like why not go after it? And then like you don't even gotta think about that. You can think of if I win this tournament, I'm dominant in both divisions. You can probably possibly unify both belts because you could be fighting a champion from 154 that's fighting at 147, or you could already have a belt. So we could possibly see two undisputed champions going at it, and that's what I like about it as well. And the $50 million is going to talk to you as well. That's way more money than you're going to get at the Super Six, and the Super Six was very competitive. But I definitely like what they're doing at the sport of boxing. It would be no ducking. The promoters will have to work with each other, and everybody will have to take home a cut. So I definitely like that.
No, yeah, it would be dope.
All right, Julius. It was nice talking to you. Uh, Lace 'em up boxing slash MMA news. Follow us on Facebook at Lace 'em up.